Hey, Noah, glad to see you here.
Glad to see you too.
Yeah, the way I'm living. I'm in Macedonia, in Europe.
Ah,
Where you look?
I'm living in Bangkok.
Oh, nice.
This
Well,
evening, I think also it's coming to rain soon.
oh,
Yeah, it's rainy season, but I think it's coming to an end with the time. I think it's more the end.
then from October, November, the good season starts, right?
November, December, I think it's starting the season, and then January, February, and so on. It's more like January until April. It's like more the high season. Then
Hey, Mark, I can see you've joined here as well. Oh, yeah. You're on mute, by the way. If you're talking, I cannot hear you.
sorry for the delay.
No worries about that. Glad to hear you here. How's it going for you, Mark?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing fine. I'm just worried what's going to happen because it was a very sunny day. Now it started to have strong winds and cloudy. So maybe some storm is coming. I'm not sure, but
Oh, yeah.
hopefully my
Where are
internet
you
won't
at?
go down or something like that. I'm in Macedonia. Macedonia, Europe. It's next to Greece and Serbia. So just to give you a better idea. And actually we had a very hot summer and I haven't seen clouds for a very long time. And that's why I'm so tripped out right now of what is happening outside. But yeah, hopefully everything is going to be okay. Yeah.
We just
Okay.
went
Then.
through a week of rain last week.
Oh, wow. I hate, but that happens like a whole week of rain or something like that. You know, I really hate it because I enjoy hot weather. I enjoy sunny weather. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's, kick things off. So Noah, I'm going to give you the advantage here because we've discussed quite a lot with Mark over the last few calls. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the advantage for you to ask any questions you make that you want, anything to discuss. But first of all, I would just like ask you to give a quick overview of what you're doing right now, what you're working on, just to have a better sense of what we're discussing about.
Yeah, of course. But I wasn't that active. I was watching some videos, but was not that active because I also had like other things to do. But now I think I was feeling like maybe I should use it more and work with that more. Currently testing a lot. So it's interesting to maybe talk with other guys. And so I just started SEO like 10 years ago. I think like I was 15, 16 years old. I started SEO and then had my own projects, but was not making money. So I was building like Amazon affiliate sites at this time. But then I started as an SEO also beside the school with like 16, 17 something. And they did lead generation over SEO sites. And then my 18th birthday was coming and I decided to quit the school, or it's coming to an end from both sides. Then I started my own. Yeah, then on my 18th birthday at 8 a.m. in the morning, I quit the school and then starting like full-time SEO. And first I planned to do my own projects, then also need to make money. So I started also working with clients that also would be interesting to work for clients. And then I started working with clients, started working with two other guys from Germany on our SEO clients and projects. And then with the time, I also started my own website. And then with the other guys, we separate to all our own stuff. We still good. Nothing happened. Just everybody was going to their own direction. And yeah, then I started to work for more and more clients. So then the time came where it was a little bit too much. And I had to cut it down and concentrate a little bit about structured different. And because I was serving like 300 clients monthly at the same time. So on my own, it was a little bit too much. Yeah. I restructured a little bit, take some time for my personal health and then go on. And it was like 1.5 years ago. After that, I continue working on clients and also working on my own projects. I'm currently can live good from that business, I think. And I make more growth about the last year, like double it again.
Nice.
Still working for a good amount of clients. I would say like around 100 clients at the moment, but it's like small to big and I have good processes to work on it. And also have my own projects where I do lead generation in Germany for local businesses. We're also generating leads and it's also working better and better. But my struggle currently is of course, to bring more speed into everything, that I can work fast on the clients, that I have more time for my own projects. And also I'm a little bit in a situation where I don't know what is the right SEO strategy. So testing a lot, but I'm not sure if it's more content, is more links, which kind of links and in which frequency Yeah, so that's a little bit my topic currently, to find a blueprint or a playbook for myself, what is currently working on SEO good for me, that I can scale it more.
Thank you very much for that quick history about your journey with SEO. I'm glad to know that you have so many clients and that it's going good. As you said, you doubled what you had in terms of profit from last year. So that's always great to hear. I just want to quickly ask you one more thing while we're here. For your clients, what are you doing? Do you have the whole holistic type of SEO in terms of on-page, technical SEO, backlinks, or do you have specific services?
No, it's like everything. It's like the local moving company, the local real estate agents, or the local doctor, online shops. It's very mixed because they mostly came from one sales guy or from my own websites. So they're typing in SEO freelancer in Germany, and then my domain SEO-freelancer.de is on number one. And then they asked me also my own website. DE was also ranking very good in the last years, but there I have also the struggle currently that it drops, and I did a relaunch in backlinks, but cannot push it up. So currently there, for example, I start to actualize the whole content. Like I do the on page, I do the content, but content with AI currently mostly. And then building backlinks, mostly buying backlinks, client projects. I'm working also with PBNs, but client projects I only buy links.
I understand. And regarding the content, I'm just interested because you said mostly it's with AI. I'm just interested, like what tools do you use? Do you have any specific processes, specific prompts, projects that you're working on this content on? Just, give me a sense of what is going on, just so I can have a better picture.
Yeah. That was also a question I wanted to ask what you're using, but I was using Phrase also when I was not part of the school community. I used it already, then I just saw that you're using it too. And for like cheap blog posts on my own projects, just for internal linking or something, I used like ChatGPT-5 or like Gemini. But now, since a few days, I started with, currently I tested with Surfer SEO too. So these are the two tools.
And do you have like specific prompts? Are you training these models, for example, in ChatGPT? Do you have specific projects when you are feeding data? I'm interested how you go about the process, because there's a very big difference if you add a simple prompt and then GPT writes an article, or if you feed a good article, so you get the sense. Do you have everything optimized in terms of SEO in the prompt? Do you ask for specific headings, specific FAQs, conclusions? I'm just interested in you are prompting the whole thing, because that's really important.
Yeah, I think I can work better on this. For like ChatGPT-5, I have one, but it's very simple with no feeding of any information or data. And for Phrase, I have like a template for myself, like write an article to this heading in this form, like out of this view. And then I use Gemini or V5 to get information. Like I said, give me information for this and this headline. And then I put this information with my template for Phrase together and then let it write.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just asking because, this is quite a big topic right now. And I believe we've discussed this in the previous poll as well with Mark and, with everybody else is, definitely you can use AI for writing content. It's much easier than what was previously, because you had to write everything on your own. But it's not that simple as people would think, because when these just come out, people are like, okay, that's great. Now I can post like 5 articles a day, because I just go there, I make a prompt, hey, here's a topic, write me an article about this, and that's it. And usually that is bad content, because it can have a lot of mistakes. It can have a lot of bad information, or, the structure is too robust. You can see that it's clearly written by ChatGPT or some other AI agent, and that's not good. You can use, of course, all these AI agents for writing. And in some cases, you can even write better than what you will come up on your own with writing the content. But it's really important to proofread everything, to double check everything regarding the data there. I always recommend to do the introduction part, which is like 1 or 2 sentences, to write it on your own. And then you can move on to the rest of the content. That's really important. And it's also good to have a very good developed prompts and trade projects for this kind of writing. I believe that there is a specific course in this school program. I also added in my last post, which is the first one right now in the community. When you open the community tab in the SEO circle, there is one lesson about writing with ChatGPT 5 that was recently done by Julie. It's a really great video I recommend you check it out because you can find a lot of good tips there. And also this course here, AI SEO Strategies and Systems. Because in this one, there are not only videos explaining how you can do content, but there is also a lot of lists and documents with Julian's prompts that he is using for his own projects. There is a lot of good, valuable information for you here. I sent it in the chat, just so you know if you received it.
Yeah, I have it. Thank you.
And that is the point right now, because you can put a little bit more effort in terms of training everything regarding the content. But then when you have everything set up, when you have the perfect recipe for writing the content, then it's very easy. Then it's going to be really easy for you to scale up content production, not only for blog articles, but even for some collection pages, service pages. You can train different kind of projects or AI engines that will work on different kind of content for your pages. You can have one project only for blog articles that is strictly trained for blog articles. Then you can train one that is going to be for collection, product pages, and so on, because it's different kind of content, different aim in general. I definitely recommend that. Train a couple of projects for all of your needs regarding it. And then you can make it better as you go along. And it will help you a lot if you do that like that.
And so what you're using currently for generating content, you do it manually or you do it with AI, and with which tool?
We have, as an agency, we have both. We have human written content and we have AI content. It depends on the projects. Of course, it's transparent. Everybody is choosing if they want AI content or human written content. Of course, the AI content would be much more affordable because it's, in the end of the day, it's AI content. So we use both and we can see good results with both options as well. But as I said, we have developed a lot of prompts, a lot of projects regarding this. We feed a lot of information to the AI engines for the articles. So we have trained projects for that. But just to let you know, we are also using GPK, but we're also using as well, because it's very good for writing specifically. ChatGPT is the best tool out there right now in terms of everything that you can do. Basically, overall, as a tool, very good. But in terms of human writing, I believe that right now, Claude is the number one, and you can check that as well. You can have projects in GPT, then run it by Claude as well to see people. So you can play with those two tools. I would still recommend ChatGPT and as well to go through these projects. And I think that at the end of the day, once you give it a little bit more training, you will have some good results there. Because you have to be careful, as you said, because websites that got penalized and basically went from 20,000 traffic to zero based on AI content. But these were cases where they started to post like 5 blogs per day, every day, and were like very bad blogs, right? It was just like quickly prompted article and directly copy paste to Google. So it can even hurt you if you're not doing it right, because Google have to protect themselves too, and the users. Because if you push content around one keyword with AI content, which is no effort at all, you're going to start ranking to the first position, right? To Reddit. And that's not good, because, you can do that very easy. And, somebody maybe is an expert in the field writing good content about it, but just because you can scale up the production, you can't rank number one. So not only that you're not going to improve, but maybe it will go down the AI content. It can be very helpful. It can save you a lot of time, but it needs a lot of attention to detail and training before implementing.
A cloud model you're using?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest, because I'm not in the team that is writing. I just know that they're using Claude, but I'm not sure. I know that we started using ChatGPT 5 right now, since it's rolled out.
Okay. But you're also using it for, that would be nice. Otherwise, I just asked in the script community again. But you're using also the ChatGPT 5 for the cloud content for landing pages, or just for blog articles?
We've used that for other pages as well, for like collection pages or product pages. And I can say that it worked out well. So you can use it, but I said it's not the same thing. As you know, the content is different for articles, is different for service pages, collection pages. So you should also, train. I would suggest you train different models, as I said, and then, you can use each of them for, let's say, one for service pages, one for collection pages, product pages, articles. So, it's all about the setup, because once you have everything set up, then it's going to be much easier. There's still going to be, time needed for you to double check the content. You have to do that no matter how good the engine is, but it's going to save you a lot of time. If you have everything optimized, if you have everything set up, even the first result where it will generate after the prompt, it will be very good. Then you have some details to arrange, and it's going to be much, much easier for you. And it's going to be much more time efficient for you to push.
Yeah, I think I will check it out there and let you know how it's working for me.
We're going to come back to the other points as well, but I just want to jump
Yes.
on Mark and Baron. So, hey guys, Mark, have any questions? Do you have any updates regarding this week? Anything that you would like to share? Anything that you're working on? You're still on mute here. Yeah.
Muted myself.
Yeah.
Nothing this week.
I am trying to, I've spoken to two kind of SEO link building agencies. One is presswiz.com and the other one is Authority Builders. Does anyone have any experience with either of those companies?
I don't have to be honest. No.
No. I was reading a lot of articles on Presswiz, but I didn't use the service because I'm working mainly in Germany. So I have German link builders on my own sites I'm using.
And are you contacting them regarding your own website? But just if you can give us like kind of introduction.
Yes. My own website. The main website I'm working on is wholesalenutsanddriedfruit.com. It has been a just plague of bad rankings for the past year since the helpful content update. And I need to turn it around. And I can't do it with just blogging and writing and optimizing the pages. It's just not going to work for me anymore.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And are you looking for some like digital peer links, or are you looking for standard link building? What kind of links are you looking for?
I'm working on the traditional press link building model, but sending out samples been a nightmare for the lack of movement from those tiny press insertions.
Yeah.
So that's my issue.
You can DM me at any point of time in the school program. As you know, all the agency, we also have link building services. We can discuss in more details. We can even set up a one-on-one call if you'd like, and we can see if we can help you also with that as well. If you're, looking for a link building provider.
I am looking.
Then, you know what? I'm going to contact you in DM as well on the school program. And so maybe we can set up a meeting where we can go in much more detail regarding your own campaign and see where the opportunities lies. We can research the website a little bit on HF to see what's going on regarding keywords and rankings. And maybe we can come up with something that can help you out, and we can come up with some link building strategies. So if you're fine with that, I'm going to send you a message in DM and we can take it from there.
If you think you have an insight, then I'm welcome it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you have anything else, like any other questions or anything else that you would like to share with us?
That's really been the focus of my week. So, it's only Wednesday. So, what can I tell you?
Yeah, for sure. Then thank you very much for your input here as well. And I can see that Richie joined in the meantime. Hey, Richie, can you hear us?
Yep, I hear you.
Awesome. How's it going for you? Do you have any questions? Because you joined recently, we were discussing AI content, but I just wanted to ask if you have any specific questions, anything you want to share with us, what you're working on, what's going on, anything you would like to share, basically.
Yeah, I've been working on projects for past 4 or 5 months. I was just wondering if there's anything new what you guys are doing in the SEO point to get sites ranking besides keyword research, posting blog posts and getting backlinks. Anything else going on with like AI stuff? Or
so really the essence of the SEO and the pillars are still the same. You have to have good and quality content on your page, you have to have good and quality backlinks as well, and to have a clean technical website in terms of the technical aspect of it. You don't have any, duplicate link, broken links, and so on. Basically the standard. What is the change here with all of these AI overviews and AI engines is what is good content and what is good backlinks is changing all the time. What is good content, what is helpful content for the users. Those are the things that are changing, but it's still all the same as previously. But maybe 3 years ago, something was considered a good content or good article biz that you can rank for. But right now, it wouldn't get any notice. So that's really what is changing right now and constantly over the years, from my experience, at least, and everything that I can see regarding the AI models. This was basically debunked by Google. They said that they're not taking into consideration those LLM text files, and basically said that traditional SEO is still what is considered regarding the AI overviews as well. There is no data or evidence that those files work. And they said also that no search engine is using those right now. I know that there was a lot of discussion about that. A lot of agencies also started to work on that to operate as a service, but it was a little bit premature. And if everybody does it, then who is going to rank for those positions? It doesn't make sense. So based on all the evidence right now and the research being done, if you rank better with traditional SEO or in the organic search, the higher the possibility is that you're going to be ranked in AI agents as well. However, there are a couple of tweaks there. For example, regarding the content for the blog articles, right now, I also wanted to discuss this with you in the content section. It's really important to add FAQs to every single blog article post. So when you do the post, if you do it with AI as well, you can prompt that in for the AI engine to produce FAQ sections at the end of the articles. Or if you do it, if you have human written content, you can just, at least 3 to 5 frequently asked questions regarding the topic that you're writing on, because these AI agents, they're searching for quick, precise answers to people's questions. So you can do a little bit of research on Google as well to see where are the questions regarding the niche that you are writing on. And you can kind of see what you can include in the FAQs as well, because we've seen also from experience, the FAQs are helping a lot with pushing AI citations as well. It was same like 4 years ago, you're going to rank better, you're going to have better results if you have good quality content, but the guidelines for what is, good content or what a good blog article is are changing all the time. So that is my general overview of the situation right now. And your question, do you have anything specific that you would like to dive in more into?
Yeah. So my client bought DunwoodyTreeService.com. We're trying to get that to rank number 1 for Dunwoody Tree Service on Google. Right now it's at rank like 60.
And you said you want to rank for this exact match keyword, right? Dunwoody Tree Service?
Yep. It only has a keyword difficulty of 7 on Ahrefs.
Difficulty is 7, you said, right?
Yeah. It's actually 6 now. I just updated the service at 6.
And based on what I can see here on the website, you're trying to rank on the homepage, right?
Yep.
First tip that I can give you is to try and incorporate that exact keyword as well on the homepage content as well, because I can see you've added different variations of it. Moral services in Dunwoody, tree service in Dunwoody, different variations of that same keyword. So in general, pushing comprehensive tree here in Dunwoody. So there's a lot of similar keywords that you've added here, but the exact match keyword that you're going for is added in the title only. And I think one more time, let me just check. No, it's in the footer. So you only have one mention of that keyword on the homepage. So I would definitely try to include it more, not to be artificial, to just add it 10 to 15 times. Try to add it naturally, because if you just stop the page with keywords, it's not going to look good. It's not natural, and that's not going to be appreciated. But if you can add a little bit more content regarding that and use that exact match keyword, it will definitely help the website a lot. For me right now, it says choose. So yeah, I can see that a lot of the websites ahead of you, and most of them really are not that good websites. They even have, they are 0. They're not looking, very, very good. Of course, your website is new as well, based on what I can see here. But what is the good news here is that if I check the backlinks part of it, a lot of these pages that are ahead of you don't have any backlinks at all. So what we've seen in situations like this is when you try to push some backlinks, when you have basically the competition ahead of you doesn't have any links, which is the case for most of these websites that are ranking currently ahead of you, is you can jump through those positions very fast with some good and quality links. Regarding the link building, and this is just a general tip for everybody as well, always try to go with link insertions, not with guest posting, because right now it's proven that it's much more effective way to approach things than to go for guest posting, because with guest posting, sometimes, those articles are not going to get indexed. So if it's not indexed, the link is not bringing you back any value. But if you identify an article, which is, regarding the niche that you're working here, it could be, something about trees, tree removals, and so on. If you find a good article on a good performing website and you insert the link there, you're going to see movements right away. It's much faster and more effective than guest posting. So are you doing any link building right now? Not only for this client, I'm just asking in general, do you have any approaches or how do you go about the link building?
I had some issues with some of the backlinks you guys found, but yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to try you guys out again, try to get the site built up. How many backlinks do you think this would take to start ranking?
First of all, I will make some changes on the homepage, but from what I can see right now from the rankings here and from the competition, it's not always about the quantity as well. It's to be a compound effect in a couple of months. So it's better to build 3 links per month than to build 9 links all at once. But I would say that, if you push around 10 backlinks to this page, I think that the rankings will go much, much higher than what it is right now. Because apart from the number 1 position here, that is Dunwoody trees, that is also an exact match keyword. The other ones, I'm not seeing any competition that can be beaten right now based on the positions you are ranking.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
If you'd like to discuss more about this, more specifically, if you want to talk strategy or kind of explore the options for the links that we can do for you, we can also schedule a separate one-on-one call and we can discuss in more details regarding what we can do here, what would be the proposal basically for link building.
Yeah, cool. I have Nicola's email, reach out to him.
Yeah, sure. You can reach out to Nicola as well and discuss a bit more on that. I can give him a heads up as well to let him know what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you for your input here as well. Richie, does anybody else have a specific question right now? If not, we can come back to Noah. Yeah, Richie.
One other thing. So I know you guys had a Google local expert on a few months ago on a live stream.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mike, he has his own agency. He's just a member of the community and he wants to help out people local SEO. I can send you the video where we did the special session about local SEO as well. There was a lot of valuable information there. And you can, if you'd like to discuss more with him, he's a school member as well. So yeah, you can just find him and DM him regarding that.
All right, cool. Thank you.
No worries at all. Then, if anybody else doesn't have any specific question, I believe that we have some time left as well right now. So I can come back to Noah, because Noah, I would like to ask you a couple of more questions regarding the link building also that you're doing. And, just in general about the campaigns, we can dive into more details right now since we've covered all the questions from the rest of the members.
Great. Thank you. Do you have a question for the beginning?
Yes, I wanted to ask you regarding link building, like how often do you use it for your clients as well? How do you identify links? Do you do link insertion? Do you do guest posting? Just a little bit more information on that because I'm interested.
Yeah, so I do link building for nearly every client. I've bought a few years ago, 2 sites from Germany, which are setup blogs, which had power and also some traffic. And so I bought this to also continue working on this, but more using it as a link opportunity for my clients and projects, because it's like a guest post. With startup and business, you can put nearly every topic on it in an article. I'm also working with PBNs and also with links about forums but I'm testing currently different. I also have own lead gen projects, and currently I'm testing on them a lot. So I'm testing projects with more harsh PBN, exact match, anchor text, and testing more forum links. And I'm also testing finding more guests to find out what works the best.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend you trying, because you said you're in a phase where you're experimenting with different approaches. I would definitely suggest you try link insertion, as I mentioned previously, instead of guest posting, because from what we can see right now, as I said, it's much more effective. You can try it out and see for yourself. This is based on our data, our numbers that we've saw so far. You can test it out, come back to me, because right now, even with the latest August update, but as you know, right now, new Google spam update is rolling out. And one of those things that Google is evaluating is also links have to be on good websites that are performing well. You can check on Ahrefs if a website is penalized by Google basically by follow the traffic. And if you see that after the helpful content update, it goes straight down, then that means that website is not appreciated by Google. It's not working by Google's guidelines. So if you push links to a site like that, you're not going to have any juice back, because if that website by its own, it doesn't follow any guidelines and it's not performing well, then Google will not reward that website is linking to you. Kind of the contrary. That's a bad website. You don't want the website like that linking to you. But also regarding the forums, I believe that those kind of links can be cheaper. But right now, specifically for the spam update, I would try to go for some very good link insertion, because also the scope of backlinks changed a lot throughout the year. So I remember a time like 5 or 6 years ago where you can go with a lot of PBNs, a lot of forums, comment links, stuff like that were pretty cheap. You could rank very fast for some of those keywords because it was a lot of quantity instead of quality. You know, it was important that you have a lot of backlinks coming to your page, and then you can rank the page on the top positions. But right now it's moving a lot towards the quality of links. And even if you have 3 links or 5 links that are good links, that are performing well, that are on pages that are actually indexed and that are performing well as well, it can be much more valuable than 30 or 50 links that are on spammy websites or bad links in terms of added in comments or something like that. Those 5 links can bring you a lot more value than 50 other links. Not only the value, but if you're not careful with those PBNs as well, you're risking potentially for the website to be flagged as well, or Google to take notice or of those links, even if you push a lot of them to see, hey, what's going on? This is not natural, you know, a lot of suspicious sources. So that can even stagnate your growth with the websites. If you're right now experimenting, I will definitely, as I said, suggest you using these link insertions as well, so that you can see the difference there. But make sure that the article is, of course, relevant to the niche.
So you mean more reach out to sites?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So reach out to sites. First of all, do a quick Google search. Find a good article regarding the niche that you want to link to. And first of all, check if the page is indexed. If it's not indexed, you won't have any value from that link. Those are the 2 most important things: for the page to be indexed and for the link to be do follow. So you can get the authority and juice pass back to your website that you are working with. So I would find a good article, check if it's indexed, and also check the website performance overall on Ahrefs or any other tool that you use. Then you can check the performance of the website in the last year, let's say, in the performance dashboard. Just a quick overview. You can see, you know, what was the changes in the last year. And you can see, you know, on the graph, they also have all the Google updates, spam updates added there in the graph. So if you see a huge turnaround in the traffic and the performance of the website after those updates, then, you know, I wouldn't recommend using those websites, because if they're not performing well after those spam updates, they're not going to bring you back any value. First of all, if the page is indexed and if it's relevant for your website. And second thing, to check the general quality of the website. If those things are good, then you can reach out to the website emails, or they have contact forms, so you can contact them to see if you can insert the link in their article, see what they say, and then from then on, you know the drill. You're gonna bullshit, you can do stuff, but you're already doing link building, so that stuff. But try to at least push some links like this, so you can kind of feel the difference as well. Because for guest posting, I'm not sure if this happened to you, but right now, even the indexing of pages sometimes can be harder than it was previously. 5 years ago, you can just add it in the Google Search Console for manual indexing, and most of the web pages were getting indexed. Just, you know, some pages that were not indexed. Right now,
I'm just using like Omega Index and then put all the guest posts and all the forum links every time.
But, you know, from experience, I had a lot of links for guest posts that we tried everything, you know, even manual submitting Google Search Console, well, they will not get indexed for some reason.
Yeah, I see that also. I see that sometimes it's not indexed, or also when I put this inside, which are not indexed currently, like also my own website, that's not getting indexed sometime. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm talking about. And it's also about time efficiency here, because you're going to write an article, you're going to do the guest post, you're going to add it there, and then you're going to wait for it to get indexed, and as you said, add it in Omega Indexer, reach out to the web masters to manually index the website, and you're going to say, okay, let's give it a couple of weeks to see if it's going to get indexed. In the meantime, you have to check all the time if it's indexed. If you do link insertion instead, within that 1 month time, you can already see from that link. So it's much faster and efficient, if you ask me.
Yeah. I will check it out and see what's possible.
You said you only do links for German clients, like only links in websites, domains coming from Germany, or are you using US, UK websites as well?
I've been using like my own, I'm using since a while, like also US citations. So I buy a package, also US citations. You have experience building US links on German sites?
Yes, we do have, and we're showing that it's working very good. The US websites are still pushing authority because Google is smart as well. And they know when you see that website is from Germany, even if you link to American source, it doesn't matter. But if the keywords, I don't know, some German word, let's say you're attacking a keyword that is in German, but even if you post it on an English article, Google can recognize and they're translating it. You can add the keyword in German in brackets in the article. Google is smart to identify that, to translate, and to push the authority and the juice back to the German keyword. I have experience personally working on campaigns for German website, and they were performing really great. You jump, a lot of positions for the keywords. We increased in traffic. We basically got all the rewards that we were looking for with those backlinks while using US websites for these, European markets. So maybe that's one more thing that you can experiment, in the following period. Get a couple of links, from American sources, see, it's going to move the needle for you. I'm sure that it will, but you can, test it out and kind of see on your own.
Yeah, it's something I started already with the US citation, but not with guest posts, but definitely I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, because also, if you're, as you said, only working in Germany, then the pool of websites is much smaller, right?
And
the
very
pool
expensive also.
Yes, very expensive. I know that the European markets are crazy expensive, to be honest. I think that in the US, because there is so many websites and so many articles, the price is basically going down, and it's much easier to find very good link for a lower price. But I know that I've been working also on European campaigns with links from European countries, and it's like crazy. For Germany especially, it's very expensive. I know that people are even asking for like 1,000 euros, 2,000, 3,000 euros for a backlink. So I know that it can be crazy hard and expensive to do that. So that's why I wanted to share this with you as well.
Yeah, I think so. Think about it and maybe start also an experiment in this direction.
Hey, Lauren, can I?
Yeah, sure. Mark, go ahead.
Well, you just reminded me of a question I wanted to ask you if you have time. So I was looking at my backlinks and just give you an example. So I have a domain called SEO flax.io. And then there's another one called xlinko, and then super pages, and then Dex knows. But I notice I get a lot of these SEO companies that are linking to my site. And I was wondering, what do I do with those? Like, do you disavow them or?
Yeah, you can definitely do a disavow of links that you don't like your website linking to, but I'm not recommending disavow, to be honest, unless it's very, very hurtful or toxic links, because the disavow process, it was working better previously, to be honest, a couple of years back. I remember websites disavowing thousands of links and once bad links to get rid of them. And, that was helping a lot. But right now, because what happened in the meantime, people picked up on that and they will be built like very bad links, toxic links on like PBNs, bad websites. But they would get a lot of, as I mentioned previously as well, the quantity was really important at the time. So they will get a lot of cheap and bad links to get the rankings for some keyword, and then they will disavow. Google can't see that they have those toxic links, but they still got the rankings, right? So Google caught up on that as well. Right now, if you do a disavow of like in huge batches, let's say you disavow a lot of websites at once, Google can potentially flag that, mark it as suspicious. Why did you disavow so many links at once? and it can potentially hurt your website. But if you identify a couple of backlinks that are toxic or spammy, you don't want them there, you can definitely disavow them. You can create a disavow file, upload it in the Google Search Console, and those links will be removed to your backlink portfolio. As you said, if there are a couple of links, you can do that. You can help the website with the rankings. But if you do that, I strongly recommend smaller batches. You can 5 to 10 backlinks right now, and then wait for a couple of months. If there's any more, you can do a quick list of those links as well. But small batches and leave some time to pass by.
Okay. Thanks.
No worries. And I just have one more quick question for everybody, because we have a couple of minutes left. Because Google spam updates is rolling out still, I wanted to ask if anybody is noticing any differences, big swings in the numbers, big fall downs, increases. Do you have anything to share so far? This will take until the middle of September to completely roll out. So I'm just interested if anybody has anything to share so far.
No, mine looks the same.
Noah, did you notice anything regarding the spam update for your clients or for your own projects?
Yeah. I started there's some moving. Sometimes in my own projects, I'm more like stuck like before, not moving that much, even if I build links and content before. But maybe it needs some time, or maybe I have to change something on these things. I also see that aside from client was going up and up and up, it's now falling back again a little bit, but also coming again. And I also saw that one client I'm working with since years was definitely moving up with this update. Also actualizing the content a little bit before the updates, like a few days or a week or two ago. I see more stuck on sideways movement than up and down.
You can definitely see some fix from it, as you said, but not that kind of big swings like what happened in the December spam update. That was crazy. That was a lot of changes, that Google implemented at once. But one thing that you mentioned, you said, I don't know if you should do something where, the spam update is still rolling out. And the recommendations by Google is to not do anything until it's completely rolled out. Because with the update going on, it can be that you can see some numbers going down, but once everything is settled and is rolled out, the numbers will go back up again. So the reporting can be a bit misleading at the moment with some false information. So what Google recommends is to see once it's fully rolled out, they will share an update. Once it's fully rolled out, then you can check if your website is basically penalized or hurt because of the spam update. Then you should definitely make some changes regarding content or maybe the backlink portfolio you have. But up until then, it's just suggested to monitor the situation, to see what's going on, just to be aware of those numbers, especially if you're working with clients, you know what's going on and you can share updates with them. But until it's fully rolled out, not to take any measures. Yeah. And with that, we've run out of time for this weekly poll. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. It's great to have these discussions. If you have any suggestions or recommendations regarding what to talk about on this post or what topics you want to be covered, let me know in the community on my weekly post. You can add it in the comments, or you can send me a direct message as well. I'll be happy to include that in the next week's poll. And other than that, I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your day and hope to see you next week as well.
Thanks so much. Thanks for that. Bye-bye.